with Ayurveda. With Dipasa from Government Ayurveda College of Indian Medicine, Mysore. He has a teaching experience of 32 years and still guiding the PG scholars at VPSV Ayurveda College, Kottakkal. He is a chief editor of Bishop News, Subodha and Sadayanam. Member of Vagbada Salni, served as chairman of board exams many times, coordinator of foreign studies. Guest lecturer Hasti Ayurveda at Guruvayur, Director of Research Activities, Duisburg University, SN and VPSV Ayurveda College, Kottakkal. It is our immense pleasure to invite such a talented, inspiring teacher with exceptional track record of research success with multiple articles, presentation and papers. We honorably welcome you, sir. The dais is yours.
Good evening, sir. Sir, now you are the host, sir. Thank you, sir. You can start the class session, sir. Thank you.
Is my slide visible?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So, it's an immense pleasure to present about Jwara Chikitsa, that is Saman and Nirama Jwara, in this Ayur Tarang platform. I congratulate the authorities or organizers of Ayur Tarang for doing such a innovative subject discussion, and I'm very much thankful to you for inviting me. It's really great pleasure for me to talk about Jwara especially because all the treatment methodologies depend upon Jwara. Formerly in Kerala, the teachers gurus used to teach 15 chapters of Sutrasthana, and they will teach next the Jwara Chikitsa. Why? Because all other things in the Ashtanga Hridaya can be studied by the Shishya himself if he knows Sanskrit well. But for having the basic understanding of basic principles, we need some gurus to teach it. And about Chikitsa also, all Chikitsa kramas are concised in Jwara Chikitsa first chapter. This is what applied in all diseases. We have to, the treatment depends upon Vyakti Avastha. Different avasthas are described in Jwara Chikitsa, and we can certainly apply these Chikitsa principles and avasthas in every disease. Whether it may be Adisada, whether it may be Raktapitta, we have to see the Chikitsa of Jwara Chikitsa to understand the principles of Chikitsa in any disorder. So it starts with a process of ama and clearing the sodasas, then going into the shamana, and when there is a shodhana purpose is needed, that also is done. And after Shodhana, Shamana Chikitsa is advocated. And lastly, Rasayana Chikitsa is done. So this is a process. What are the avasthas you can see in a disease? How we can treat? All these things are explained in Jwara Chikitsa. So some of the basic principles would have taken by the previous lecturers. They would have told you all these things. My subject is, I will take 1 hour only. My subject is Ama and Nirama Jwara. We shall go through that. Okay. So, Chikitsa of Ama, Nirama Jwara and Dhadugata Jwara. These are the things we will be doing. In this class, we will be dealing Ama and Nirama Jwara, how it can be managed. The Jwara Chikitsa is having very much importance in this new era where the world full is under the reeling of COVID-19, the pandemic. We have to know how we can protect people from getting Jwara and how we can treat the different avasthas of Jwara. That we should know. Because COVID-19 or the pandemic coronavirus, Jwara is the main symptom and Shwasa. It comes in the broad spectrum of Jwara disorder and its treatment methodologies. So we have to have a complete understanding of Ama and Nirama Jwara. Okay, we shall see. Can you see the slides?
Yes, sir. Ragadi Roga. This is a river originating from the mountain of
it is not the PPT what I wanted to share. That's why. Okay.
No problem.
Can you see Jwara Chikitsa?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Is it Jwara Chikitsa?
Yes, sir. It is Jwara Chikitsa only.
Okay. Then we shall. Okay. Can you see this slide?
Yes, sir. We can see, sir.
Jwara damages the physiology of digestion, etc.
Yes. That same slide only, sir.
So Jwara damages the physiology of digestion and metabolism. That is what happens in Jwara. This will be there in any of the disorder. When the disorder starts, all disorders are called as Amaya, and it causes the physiology and it causes the damages to the physiology and digestion and metabolism. So we tell all disorders as Amaya, and it starts from Ama. So this is very much explained by the Acharya while he says about Jwara Chikitsa. Ama says Tohatvatim, Sama Margan Pitayal, Pitadadi Jwaram Dosha, Tasma Puri Dalanganam, Pragruveshu Jwaradova, Balam Yatena Bale. So clearing the Ama is the first stage we have to adapt in any of the disorder. Not only in the Jwara, in any of the disorder which all the disorders come with Ama, and first of all we have to do Ama Chikitsa. So we practically we see many disorders. When we admit the patient, we give Amapachana or Langhana and Amapachana. So in whether it may be Vata Rekta or any other disorder, when we give this Amapachana, half of the symptoms of disease comes down. So then we can go to Shodhana and also Shamana Chikitsa. So this is very much important. So inappropriately digested food transforms into a substance called Amavisha, which is a predisposing cause of many disorders, and Jwara is an important indication for the initial manifestation of stagnated Amavisha in Rasadhadu is Jwara. Jwara is an important indication for circulating Amavisha. So the synonyms of Jwara, Atanga, Vikara, Vyadhi and Yoga. These are the so Prakriti of Jwara, it is explained in Charaka Samhita. There are three Prakritis of Jwara. That is, three physical doshas and manasika doshas are natural factors responsible for Jwara, and it causes Kshaya, Tama, Kshayastama, Jwara, Papma, Mrityuschoptaya, Matmaga. These are the synonyms of Jwara. The synonyms are not for just saying the synonyms. It shows that what the process in Jwara happens. It is a cause of Kshaya, and it leads to death. All these things are indicated by this. Okay. So, pravrittistu, there are pravritti and swabhava, prabhava and pravritti. These are the things explained by Charaka Samhita. Pravrittistu parigraha, tendency for greed or attachment, a ferocious anger of Lord. These are the ferocious anger of the Lord created Jwara in the world. And we know that there are relation between mental feeling and also Jwara. So tendency of greed or attachment, it may be greed for food, it may be greed for some other things in the manas which leads to these conditions. So santapa or feeling of the heat or raised temperature, it creates. And the cardinal symptom of Jwara is santapa, aruchi, trishna, angamarda, and hrityatha. So these are seen in the conditions of Jwara. So there will be premonitory signs and symptoms you have already gone through: lacrimation, yawning, heaviness or depletion in strength, complexion, indigestion, and anorexia. And tasya purvarupam is explained. Tasya pragrupam alasyam aratir gatragavuravam asya vairasya manujar jimbha sasagulakshata. These are the symptoms we are explaining in the text. So when a disease comes, there will be premonitory signs and symptoms by which we can identify the disease comes. So from the Purarupa itself, when we are treating the disease, it will not go to the other stages which cause severe symptoms. So treating the disease in the Purarupa Avastha is very much important. The sites of Jara are whole body and also mind. It can affect in the whole body from the mental origin and also from the mind. So Santapo Deha, cardinal feature is Santapo Deha Manasa. So we are entering into the subject Ama Nirama Jara and Dhatugan. So Amajwara Lakshanas we have to understand if we want to treat Amajwara. What are the Lakshanas? Jorobadrava, Aglanir. What are the Jorobadrava, Aglanir and Tichna Aglanir? Jorobadrava, what are the Jorobadrava seen in the Amajwara? Pralaba and Brahma. There will be Pralaba and Brahma, Tichatva of Tivra Jwara, and Aglani will be there, Bahumutrada will be there, absence of Purisha Pravritti, Ama Mala Pravritti, absence of hunger. From this we can understand it is Amajwara. What are they? Severe complications, debility, excessive urination, non-elimination of feces, Ama Mala Pravritti, and absence of hunger. So these are by which we can identify that it is Amajwara. So Amasayasto Hatvatnim Samo Margan Pithayat Vidathad Viram Dosha Tasmat Purvida Langanam. So Amajwara symptoms are not given at that stage, but we have to Divithobakrama Jnanam Avayacheta Langhani. We have to see the Divithobakrama from where we have to understand the Ama Lakshanas and Sodoro the Balabramsa, Gaurava Anila Mutada, Alasya Bhakti Nishtiva, Balasanga Arujikrama, Ningam Malanam Samanam, Niramanam Vipareya. So these Sodorodha, Balabramsa, Gaurava, Anila Mutada, Alasya, Abhakti Nishtiva. So there will be these Amajwara Lakshanas described in Matrashidiya and Divithobakrama, and also the Lakshanas in the Doshobakrama. Doshobakrama it is explained the conditions of Ama, Sodorodha, Balabramsa, Gaurava, Anila Mutada, all these things happens. So we have to identify whether it is Amajwara or Jirnajwara by these Lakshanas told in the text. So what we have to do? In Amajwara, the treatment methodology is Upavasa. First one is Upavasa. Langhanam there means Upavasa only. Langhana is many types. Deepanam, Pajanam, Sutra, Vyayama, Atapamaru. But in Jwara, first he says about Langhanam. Amajwara, Langhana should be done. That Langhana means Upavasa only, not other things. Not Deepana Bhajana, Deepanam Bhajanam, Chutta, Tritta, Vyayama, all these are not included. It is Langhana, it is only Upavasa. So Upavasa, there are no medicines is needed. The body itself corrects the problems of Ama, and we have to do Upavasa. Upavasa, Upavasana, that means near to health. That is Upavasa. So when Upavasa is done, Langhana is done, the Ama digests and comes into the Amashaya and it will be liquefied and went out. Or we can have after Upavasa, these are the Kriyakramas. After Upavasa, we have to do Vamana in certain conditions, not all the conditions. And Deepana, Bhajana Drabya can be given. Even warm water itself is a remedy for Amabhajana. That is explained in Ashtanga Hridaya very nicely. How warm water. See, in the conditions of COVID-19, etc., just taking warm water itself will relieve the symptoms of ama. And Shadanga Paniya can be given. And warm water, Shadanga Paniya, and Svedana can be done. Gruel, that is, Peya can be done. Lankhanam, Swedanam Kalo, Yavagu Stiktagoranasa, Malanam Pajananisyu, Yathavastham Kramenava. It's only according to the Avastha we can do. In Shad, there are these Shadupakramas are described. These can be advocated in Jwara. See, we shall see. So, Upavasa. We shall take the first thing, Upavasa. Upavasa cannot be done in Shuddhavada. Shuddhavada Kshayagandu, Jirnasjwarisu Laghanam Neshyati. When it is a Ama, Vada, Vadigadvara, without any Ama, there is no need of doing Upavasa. If it in Shuddhavada, Upavasa increases Vada and it is not at all effective. So we can do in Ama and Kapha conditions the Upavasa, and Pravara it may be 7 days, Madhya we can do 3 days, and Avara we can do 1 day. That's according to Baladhishthanam Arogyam, Arogyarthakramata. It depends upon the Bala of the Yoga, Bala of the patient. If too much Bala is there for patient, you can do 7 days. If it is Madhya, Savara, according to the days, we can, when Rama is very less, then we can do. And there is one quotation that Gandhaneya Sahishnuda Nahilo Doshakshaye Kaschit Sahade Langhanati. We will think that if a dosha increase, the body may be debilitated or he will be China. How the Upavasa he can have? So Acharya tells, Doshanam eva sa shakti langhaneya. If dosha is increased, Upavasa is affecting not the person, dosha only. So when doshas are in the normal stage, the patient cannot take the Upavasa. So it depends upon. Warm water can be taken in Alpabala, and in Alpa Bala Phalopavasa also can be done. So Upavasa can be of many types. Can be Phalopavasa, it can be water can be taken, warm water can be taken. So according to that, 1, 3 or 7 days can be fixed for Upavasa so that Amapajana occurs. So we have to find out when we have to stop Upavasa. Not only starting, we have to know when the Chikitsa should be stopped also. So that is when Samyak Langhana Lakshanas are seen, Vimalendriyata Saggo, Malanam Raghavam Juji, Chutrit Sahodaya Shuddha Hridayodgara Kandhada, Yathimardavam Utsaha, Tandrana Saschalenkhide. Vimalendriyata, when Indriyas, sense organs become pure, Malotsarga, when malas are evacuated, when he feels lakhava, when he feels ruji, chutrit sahodaya, when chut or hunger and also thirst are coming, Shuddha Hridayodgara, when purification of the Hridaya occurs or chest region, Shuddha Udgara, without any Ama Udgara, Shuddha Hridaya Udgara, and Shuddha Kandhara, Vyadhi Mardava, and Utsaha Tandranash. When these are seen, Samyak Lakshanas are seen, we can stop the Upavasa so that we know it is Yuktam Langhita Langaistu. Langhita Lingaistu. When Samyak Langhana occurs, we can adapt another type of treatment. Peya or some other Deepanapachana can be done. So then increased digestive power, lightness of body, dosha equilibrium, health, hunger, thirst, taste, digestion, strength, and vitality. When they are coming in for the patient, we can stop. So, in Jara Chikitsa, there is a condition, there is a separate condition where Vamana is indicated. When Kapha are too much, Ama is too much, and Kapha is coming through the mouth, in such conditions, just by Vamana Dravya, there is no need of Snehana and Svedana in that condition. Just as some Madana Phala, if we see Kashaya, Madana Phala Kashaya or something, the Vamana takes place so that Ama and Kapha will be expelled. The Lakshanas, Acharya tells, Tatroklishte, Samudklishte, Kaphapraye, Chalemali, Sahrillasa, Presega, Annadvesha, Kasa Vishujike, Satyo, Bhuktasya Sanjade, Jware, Same Visheshata, Vamanam Varmanarhasya Sastam Kudyat Tadanyata. So these Lakshanas, excessive amount of kapha, salivation coming out, Kasa, Annadvesha, Vishujika, in Samajvara, Pipali, Madanapala, Kalinga, Matuka, Mathu, with warm water is given for Vamana so that already it is coming to expel this kapha, that can be removed and patient becomes, Jara will decrease and patient becomes Lakhu and healthy. Okay, so after this, Bandhana, we can adapt even apart. In any of the disorder, we can use this. This is a krama. Samanya krama of treatment is this. Warm water itself is a Divanapati. Just hot water. You should certainly appreciate the Acharya's wisdom when he says about warm water. Warm water, he explains in such a fashion that how it acts in the body, that is really a great knowledge. Krishna Galpalpa Mushla Ambu Pibet Badakapajwari Tat Kapham Vilayam Nitva Krishna Amashu Nivartaye Udiryacha Agnim Srotamsi Murdugritya Vishodhaye Lina Pittanila Sveda Shakrin Mutranulopanam Krishna Jadyarujiharam Prananam Avalambanam. So the warm water goes into the body, clears the sources, evacuation becomes proper, urination becomes proper, it purifies the whole body. Viparita Matasita. When cold water is taken, it is just opposite. It creates ama and kapha. So Shadanga Vanam can be taken also in this condition, in the warm water like that we can take. Shadanga Vaniya may be made into warm or hot, we can take. That will be Jarakna and also Amapachana and also clears the sources. So this should be indicated in the conditions of pandemic also. Those who take warm water, certainly they will not get so much severe symptoms of COVID-19. So we have to always keep just what I am doing, we have to take warm water, keep it in the flask and take it. So that ama will be having pachana and clear the sources. So Svedana is also one of the Amapachana Krama which is indicated. Svedana, Vata Kaphajvara. Vata Kaphajvara, Svedana is indicated. And Pinasa Shwasa, Jankha Parvasti Shulini, Vata Shleshmatmage, Sveda Prashasta. Vata Kaphaja, Svedana is indicated. Because Vada, Ushna will be treatment for Vada, Ushna will be treatment for Pitta also. In such conditions, Svedana clears the sources and Pinasa Swasa Jangha Parva Shula. That will be reduced. Produces Agnidipti, Sweda Pravrti, Mala, Putra Pravrti also. So we have to do after Langhana, we can do sometimes in some cases, Vamana can be done, then Swedana is also indicated. And Amapasana, we can select different types of payas or Gurval, Raja Paya with the Shundhi, Thanya, Pipali, Saindava, Paya with the Dadima, and Paya mixed with the Shundhi and Machika can be given, and Paya with the Vyakri, Kotura, Paya with the Lakhu Panchamula. Jare Paya, this is from Charaka describes about Shadaha Chikilsa in 30th chapter of Chikilsa, that is Yoni Vyabhat. Why he explains these Shadaha Chikilsa there? Because he is telling about Vyathyavasthas and treatment methodologies, that Krama, Kriya Krama, when he tells, he is telling this. Jare Peya Kashaya Cha Kshiram Sarpir Virejanam Shadaham Yunjyat Vichya Dosha Balabalam. This is from Charaka 30th chapter Chikilsa. What is it? Jare Peya Kashaya Cha Kshiram Sarpir Virejanam. These things can be utilized according to avasthas of the patient. So avastha is important. So after this, Dipana Vachana, Lajapeya, Yuktam Langita Lingistu, Tam Peyadi Virupajane. When Lagana is done, after that we can give Peya. Peya with Lakhupanchamula also can be given. Rajapeya, Shundhi, Thanya, Pipali, Saindava, Peya with Dadima. And contraindication of Peya also, he says, when the patient is alcoholic and where there is Pittasthana Kapha, Murthaka Rekta Pitta, in these cases, as it is Phalarasa, and in these cases, when alcoholic and Pittasthana Kapha, Murthaka Rekta Pitta, Peyam Nechandi. Why? Because Peya Kapham Varthayadi, Pankam Pamsu Srushtivat. Like the water, when it is increased in the mud, like that, when in these cases, Peya increases Kapha. So in Pittasthana Kapha, etc., the Urdhva Rekta Vitta Kapha is there. In such cases, we need not give Peya. In that cases, we can have Tarpana, Laja Tarpana, or Phalarasa can be given. So that's a contraindication, and in that condition, we have to give Phalarasa or Laja Tarpana. So, Amavajana, Dosha Shesha Pajana. So, you are doing Langana, everything is done. Vipana Vajana is given. Vipana Vajanas are there are many Panchakola, Dasamula Gadutraya. All these things are Vipana Vajani. Panchakola Zurna can be given, Trigadu Zurna can be given. That Dosha Shesha Pajana should be done. Pajana with the Tikta Rasa in Pitta. What are the rasas to be prescribed in the Pajana condition? For Pitta, we have to select the Tikta Rasa, and in Kapha, we have to select the Kadu Rasa. So, Kashaya Rasa is contraindicated in Nalti because it causes Malastambha. Kashaya Rasa is contraindicated. So, Tikta Rasa can be given in Pitta conditions and Kadu Rasa in Kapha. So, after the Amapajana, the stage comes into Pachyamana Jwara. When the Pajana of the Ama takes place, it is called as Pachyamana Jwara. Amajwara, Pachyamana Jwara, and Pakwa or Jirna Jwara. What are the Lakshanas seen in Pachyamana Jwara? They are Jwarave Godhikam Tushna, Pralava Shusanam Brahma, Malapravritirutesha Pachamanasya Lakshana. Adhikajwaramega will be there, thirst will be there, and Pralapa, Shasana, Rama, Malapravriti, Utklesha. So when the Padana takes place over the body, and these are the Lakshanas seen, we can identify that this Pachamanajwara. So at that condition, we should know Ama is doing Padana, and it will turn into Jirnajwara. So how we can know Jirnada, Jirnajwara? Jirnada Ama Vipadyasa. Sodorodha Balabhramsa Gauravanila Mudhata. These are the Lakshanas of Ama. Other things also. Sodorodha, Balabhramsa, Gaurava, Anila Mudhata. When they are relieved, such symptoms are relieved, Ama Vipadyasa. Nirama should be identified, or Jirnajwara should be identified. Sattaratranja Langhana. By 7 days Langhana also we can know that it is Ama is digested and it has become Niramajwara or Jirnajwara. Sattaratra Langhana we can do. After that so Niramajwara or feeling of lightness of body will be there, decrease of Jwara Lakshana, and evacuation of malas also will be happening. Evacuation of malas also will be happening. So, Niramajwara, what are the treatment we have to adapt? We already told about Amajwara, what are the treatments we are able. Niramajwara, Tikta in Pitta and Kadurasa in Kapha. When there is a Tikta is Tikta Pitte Visheshena Prayodhya Kadugartava. Tikta Rasa should be utilized in Piktajwara and Kadurasa in Kapha. So what are the medicines we can use? There are several medicines utilized in Niramajwara. Mustaparpadakadikwad. In Ashtanga Hridaya, Mustaparpadaga is very, very much utilized for Jwara. And it is one of the